Hi guys, Righteous Rhema bringing you your dose of truth for the day, and that is this. It's so important to be emotionally nourished. It is so important, vitally important to be emotionally nourished. So when we hear the word nourish, we think about, nourishment, nutritious, nutrients. I have here some nutritious things like cereal. You see up there, nutrition facts. This is talking about, I'm sorry, you can't see, nutrition facts. It tells you the nutrients you can find in here. I'm going to read one for example. This has 100% of vitamin B12 that you need for the day. We have here some baby carrots. They have 35% of the vitamin A that you need for a day. It's 35%. We have oranges. We know they have vitamin C, right? But I'm not talking about food nutrients. I'm talking about emotionally nourished, okay? And the reality is I'm seeing more and more in America, and more generations go by, I'm seeing less and less people are being emotionally nourished. So about 3 weeks ago, I went to a church service. I visited Koinonia Christian Church, and I went up to the altar for prayer. And as I was on the floor, getting my blessing, my deliverance, I felt the Lord download to me something about, he said, something to the effect of, you're getting your emotional nutrients replenished. Like all the emotional nutrients you didn't get as a child and as an adult, I'm giving you your emotional nutrients. And one thing I learned, I took a course in undergrad at UT Knoxville, took a course on nutrition. And I learned that a lot of diseases come from lack of a nutrient, like lack of vitamin A. I think that affects your eyes. Lack of vitamin C affects one thing. Lack of vitamin B12 affects your energy. Lack of, folate. It hurts babies developing, that thing, something with their spinal cord. Folate, folic acid. So there are certain diseases that you get, or certain impairments that you get when you don't take in the right amount of nutrients. Now that's talking about your physical diseases, but there are some emotional diseases that so many people are facing in their families and in their marriages and in their friendships because they don't have their emotional nutrients present. So I have something here that is, I just got this a few minutes ago. Went to Dunkin' Donuts and got me some donuts. I love sugar. I'm a sugar person. So as a kid, I loved to eat a lot of sugar. I just love sodas and teas and cookies and chocolates, and I just love to eat a bunch of candy. You can see my teeth. Got a bunch of silver fillings in my teeth because I just ate a lot of sugar. Didn't take care of my teeth right, and I just ate a bunch of sugar. Now, you might think, well, if I'm eating something, as long as I'm putting something in my belly, as long as I'm getting my 2,000 calories a day, I'm good. I'm getting something in. But it's not just about how much you're taking in. It's about the nutritious value of what you're taking in. And so many of us have been tolerating malnourishing treatment from our jobs, our churches, our friends, our spouses, our families. We have been malnourished, okay? And that causes what? Diseases. All human bodies are pretty similar. They all need a certain amount of certain things a day. It's like I read in the cereal box right here. They're saying you need a certain amount of niacin, a certain amount of riboflavin, a certain amount of thiamine, a certain amount of vitamin A. Your body's not exempt. You're not so super powerful, natural, and super amazing that your body doesn't need these nutrients. All human bodies need pretty much the same nutrients, okay? Men need a little more because they're, men need about 2,400 calories a day. Women need about 2,200 calories a day. Depending on how active they are. If you're more active, you're like an athlete, you need more. You need more calories. But you all, I was on the floor at the church service, and I just feel like God was like, I'm downloading to you all the emotional nutrients that you did not get. Y'all, there are certain things that you should have got as a child that, unfortunately, some of your parents were not able to give you. Some of your parents were donut parents. They filled you up. They were there. Your stomach was not growling, but they did not meet your emotional needs. They were not nutritious. They were like junk food parents. The donuts are here. They were like junk food parents. They were not like nutritious parents. And so you grew up with a bunch of disease, a bunch of issues. And you're like, why am I like this? Why do I have this weird emotional disease? Why do I act like this? Why am I like this? It's because you lack the nutrients. You lack the emotional nutrients. Yeah, there are certain things, you all, that you should have got as a child. And if you did not get these things, you can know that you were emotionally malnourished. So as a child, your parents should have hugged you plenty. They should have hugged you often, every day, as much as you needed a hug. You should have got plenty of hugs. Ask yourself, did my mom and dad, you need your mom and your dad. First of all, you need your mom and your dad, first of all. So if you did not get your mom and your dad, you're already starting off the bat malnourished. You need a mom and a dad. Your biological mom, your biological dad. If your biological father, had an addiction, but he was still in the house, you're emotionally malnourished. If your biological father was in the house, but he was abusive, you're emotionally malnourished. If your biological father was a workaholic, but he still lived in the house, you're emotionally malnourished. Same if it was a mother. If mother was abusive, or if your mother had an addiction, if mother was in and out the house, at clubs all the time, then you need regular babysitters all the time, you're emotionally malnourished. God intended for every child to have a mother and a father. Every single child. That's why you need two to make one. You need a mother and father to make a child. So if you did not give up your parents, you started off already emotionally malnourished. Look at the statistics for fatherless homes. Most of the kids who commit suicide, fatherless homes. Most of the kids who are robbing, stealing, jacking cars, killing people, most rapists, fatherless homes. Most people in the juvenile detention centers, most people in jail, most high school dropouts, most homeless kids, most kids with mental illness, fatherless homes. These are diseases that you're going to see because you're lacking emotional nutrition. You should have had a father in the home. Should have had a father constantly hugging you. Should have had a father give me direction. Don't do this, son. Let me teach you how to change a tire. Let me teach you how to change oil. Let me teach you how to catch a young lady. If you did not have it growing up, you are emotionally malnourished. You want to face disease in your childhood and your adulthood. And so, these aren't things that you just can say, well, I don't need it. You do need it. And some people were blessed to have a uncle who stepped in, or the father who stepped up. I ain't a stepfather, I'm the father who stepped up. Some of y'all were blessed to have a stepfather, an adopted parent. Somebody saw you struggling, you saw your parents were on drugs, and they adopted you into the family, into the fold. You are emotionally malnourished. I'm saying there's no replacement for your biological parents. But if you're blessed, if you got adopted or had a foster parent or a play parent, grandparent stepped in, but you're always going to have that void. It's something that some things only your biological parents can feel, and something only God can feel. And so you're going to constantly go through the rest of your life trying to get those needs met. So you see a lot of young girls who have a father in their life, they end up being very promiscuous. A lot of children are well-locked because they're craving these nutrients being met. So for example, if you crave a lot of chocolate, they say that means you lack magnesium. So let me see. Magnesium, is it on here? Yeah, this is only 6% of what you need for magnesium. So I used to crave sugar a whole lot as a child. So I was lacking magnesium. I should have been taking we did take the little Flintstone powdery vitamins. But yeah, so if you're craving when you crave something bad, it don't mean you eat the bad thing. If I'm craving donuts, I don't mean I go get donuts. I go find out what I'm really craving, which might be a vitamin. So I take multivitamins. I take Centrum, chewable vitamins, because I want to make sure all my nutrients are met in my physical. But I want to make sure all my nutrients are met in my emotional as well. So the other thing is, you cannot find nutrition where it's not. You cannot find this is telling you what's in here. It's telling you, if it ain't in here, this ain't in here. I'm sorry. If it's not in here, it's not in here. I see vitamin D, A, B. I don't see vitamin C in here. It's just not in here. You can't find it where it's not. It's in here. So you get a supplement. You need, hey, I'm gonna have this, I have my vitamins for the day. Y'all, you cannot find, and some of y'all, sad to say, some of your families were not emotionally nourished themselves. Some of your parents were raised by grandparents that did not have hugs and love and words of affirmation. I love you, baby. You're doing great. High five. I support you. I'm gonna be at your games. I'll be at your pageant. I'll be at your graduation. Some of your parents, not making excuses for them, but some of your parents did not have emotionally nutritious childhoods and backgrounds. Some of your parents did not have emotionally nourishing marriages. So your mother was just basically just trying to survive with your dad, your crazy daddy. And she didn't have time to really hug you and love on you and go to your games because she was trying to keep your alcoholic daddy in line. You see what I'm saying? It's not right, but it's just the way it is. So some of y'all have been emotionally malnourished since you were born. Your mother's on drugs. She couldn't pick you up as a child. She was in at the streets. She was prostituting herself. She couldn't be there for you like you needed her to be. But the thing is, like I said, y'all, you can't find nutrition where it's not. If it's not in here, it's not in here. If it's not in here, it's not in here. You can be mad at this thing, mad at your mother. Why you didn't hug me? Why didn't tell me you love me? Why you didn't go to my games? Your mother, if she's not nutritious, she's just not nutritious. If your mother is a donut, your mother's a donut, she's a donut. This is all she can give you with sugar and carbohydrates. You know what I'm saying? And fats. You know what I'm saying? Fats. So I want you all to, first off, forgive your family of origin. Some of them just didn't have it to give. You got to say, I forgive my daddy. I forgive my mom. I forgive my church. I forgive my auntie. I forgive my cousin. I forgive my neighbor. I forgive my teacher. Some people, they don't have it to give because they didn't have it. They didn't have it. They didn't give it because they didn't have it to give. And then you all, what God can do is, if you pray, God will bring emotionally nutritious people in your life. God will bring emotionally nutritious people in your life. So I go to Celebrate Recovery on Tuesdays, not tonight, obviously, but I go to Celebrate Recovery on Tuesdays, and I'm surrounded by emotionally nutritious people that pour into me, that support me, they hear my concerns, they give me good advice, they love on me, they don't judge me, they're very kind to me, respectful. So I've been there 4 years. In 4 years, last Tuesday, these women have been respectful and kind to me every time for 4 years. I've been emotionally nourished for 4 years. I've been going to emotionally nutritious churches. I've been to a few bad churches, but I've been to emotionally nutritious City Church is a emotionally nutritious church. Koinonia Christian Church, emotionally nutritious church, or spiritually nutritious, emotionally nutritious. And you all, I got my best friend Ashley Smith Webb, since 6th grade, extremely emotionally nutritious. If I'm sad, she come to my rescue, buy me some food, give me some stuff, buy me some gifts. If I'm sad, my best friend will be there on the double. As soon as she get out of work, she gonna call me. Even if she at work, she gonna call me, check on me, make sure I'm good. My best friend that God gifted me with when I was 12 years old, he knew I was gonna need an Ashley Smith in my life, and he blessed me with her at 12 years old. And she's been emotionally nutritious to me since I was 12 years old. She's been like the best friend ever. My current boyfriend, my man, he's very emotionally nutritious. He's very kind. He's generous. He's just very respectful to me. We have a good time. He hears me. He's supportive to me. And so God has been blessing me with emotionally supportive people. So my coworkers, when I was going through my mom passing, very supportive, emotionally supportive coworkers. You know, family and friends calling, making sure you're okay. So I thank God for emotionally nutritious. I didn't have it all the time as a child and a teenager and a young adult. I was in some emotionally nutritious, nutrient devoid places. I was in some churches, some jobs, some situations, some friendships, some relationships where there was no nutrition available. But I prayed to God, and God surrounded me with people that love me and support me and are kind to me. Y'all, I have a glow. Y'all, I'm glowing. Yeah, the filter. Yeah, the lighting. But I'm glowing because I had people that poured me. So then I was at the church service like 3 weeks ago, and God was pouring into me. God was pouring into me some stuff that I missed. Some moments I had some missing moments I should have had in childhood. Some missing things that should have happened to me in school, my family, friendships, and God was just downloading into me nutrients, emotional nutrients. I was on the floor, you know, on the altar, and God was just pouring into me nutrients. The missing moments I should have got, hugs I should have got, words of affirmation I should have got as a child. I should have got as a teenager, should have got in my early 20s, should have got in my early 30s. God was pouring into me on the altar emotional nutrients. And because I was like, how am I going to be that kind of person to my children if I don't have it in myself? You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's so important that you have emotional nutrients. It's important to have, you know, food and nutrients as well. You know, you get one body your whole life. If you don't treat that one body right, it will give out on you. So take care of your body. Eat right. Eat healthy food. Don't just eat donuts and McDonald's and pork sandwiches all day. You know, eat healthy, but also surround yourself with emotionally nutritious people. But the people have to have the nutrients in them. If the person is if they lie a lot, they steal, they fighting, they cussing people out, they always in trouble, always in some mess and some drama, in and out of jail, job hopping, church hopping, relationship hopping, they probably aren't very nutritious. So people like that, you can have in your life at a distance in small doses, but don't fill your life with them. Don't spend your time with people like that. Spend your time with people that say that they love you, that hug you, that affirm you when you cry, they wipe your tears. They ask you how you're doing. They check on you when you're going through. When you're quiet, they can't check on you. And you be the same person to them. You be the person you want to attract. You may say, Lord, help me to be the person. I didn't get that kind of stuff as a child, as a teenager. But Lord, help me to be the person. Help me to be the one that calls people when they're going through. Help me to be the one that sends somebody some cash app, some money when they need lunch. Help me to be the person that I wish I would have had growing up. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for watching. Please share and subscribe to Righteous Rainbow. Bye-bye.